My work is a contemplation on humanity from the perspective of a Kenyan living in France. Yes, my work could be understood without necessarily my roots, because our lives are made up of lived experiences, and I pick out memories which are important to me and I translate them into artwork. So my roots give me a certain perspective, but I am interested in topics, in ideas, in concepts around the world in which we all live in. So anyone can be able to identify with a childhood gimmick, with a couple dancing, or with a friend taking a selfie. So there are many differences between Kenya and France, and the most obvious one being the language. I'm an Anglophone living in a Francophone country. So what I'm interested in is the influence that these differences have on the person that I am and the person that I'm becoming as time goes by. I believe that our DNA, our human DNA, is embedded with cultures and traditions and histories which have been passed on through generations, and so we are never just one thing. And so I'm interested in the contemporary hybrid identity that we become, especially today accelerated by the internet, social media, etc., etc. In my work, I'm interested in the everyday, mundane, lived experiences, because these memories construct who we are, right? Art plays an important role in informing us on the human failings, but I think that art can also be a tool to help us heal, to help us learn how to love. It can be a tool to restore and affirm our humanity. And I think that's what I would want to use my art as a, to participate in our life, in what we are becoming today. Well, at least I hope that art can be useful to healing. I always want to be happy with what I'm creating. In any case, happiness, we all want to be happy, and we have a right to find happiness. It's the Dalai Lama says something like that, and I think I totally adhere with it. probably all of my work is based on emotions. So I'm interested in this idea of emotional archaeology, and I will be exploring this more. To me, any form of art is living expression. And so for the art to exist, it has to be experienced by a living being. So I think one exists because of the other. Art cannot exist without being experienced. My art has been evolving a lot recently. In the works which I'll be presenting at Arte Madrid 2024, they are part of the conclusion of a series that I started in around 2017 called Back to the Future. In this body of works, I was exploring childhood, and so these are part of the last works from this series which I'll be presenting. And so from there, I'll be continuing on a new series which has slowly started recently, which I think will be exploring more on young adulthood with a character based somewhere on the African continent, and I would like to position it to start with during a period between the 60s and the 70s. And this will help me to explore some of my own family histories. And secondly, I'll be moving or shifting from flat surfaces. I've been painting on flat perspex paper, and I'll be shifting to more sculptural forms. I've already started experimenting with soft sculptures, textile, and have recently also been exploring ceramics and bronze. And so I think it's a very exciting future where I'll be embarking on a new series, and whose form of expressions are also going to be occupying space differently from what I've been doing. So I'm looking forward to that.